And thank you so much for joining us for the first podcast of Mood Food. I am your host, Captain Jason Gordon, broadcasting from the beautiful base of Edwards Air Force Base out here in Southern California. Little disclaimer here is my opinions and items shared really have nothing to do with the Air Force. I just work for the Air Force active duty full time and love it. So I am a mental health provider, as I said earlier, here at the clinic. I just wanted to share a few hopefully tidbits and some helpful tips for everyone out there who that are really being affected by COVID-19. And we really all are, right? There's no one immune. There's no amount of money that you can throw at it to make it go away. It is unfortunately alive and well in society here in the United States right now. So this broadcast and many others that we're going to be doing for this series called Mood Food will be just offering some things that hopefully you will find helpful and beneficial to apply to your life. And if some of the stuff you would like for us to research and talk about, please like us and share us with friends and family, and let us know that you want us to feature certain topics. I'd be more than happy to research that stuff for you, and then we can kind of talk about it, right? So there's no perfect person out there. We all have our stuff. It's just how we react to it. So today's broadcast is going to be pretty simple, nothing really pressing. It's just kind of an introduction as to kind of how things we would like to see go. But it's going to take a lot of wheels turning, and that means in our minds. So if things, like I said earlier, you want us to feature or you want us to focus on more, let us know, and we'd be more than happy to do that. This is about you, not us, and hopefully spreading some helpful things and some tips out there to help folks with. And so I would like to start off by talking a little bit about some of the tips that I'm going to share with you today. And a lot of these tips, probably you have already heard them, but it's very important to highlight these, especially if you're working from home and no matter what your job is, you probably are wearing multiple hats right now. You are a parent, and you are an employee of an organization that wants you to telework right now, and you're a spouse, and also you are or have become a teacher. And many hats being worn at one time can really exhaust folks, can cause some anxiety, can really get that worry wheel started. And let me tell you, once that train of worry leaves the depot, it is very hard to slow it down, because along the track side, it's yelling all aboard, and that means all of the things and situations that may be happening to you right now is trying to get the best of you. So these tips will hopefully kind of keep you structured and grounded in the things that matter to you, and that way when situations want you and provoke you for a reaction, that reaction is not going to have that physiological response as it once did with you. And basically by applying some of these tips and keeping yourself grounded. This is not a therapy session podcast, but it's just helpful tips, okay? And so I've been doing a little bit of research and kind of helping my own patients here at Edwards kind of first determine what is real out there and what isn't. And what I mean by that is we are fed so much information that we don't even know what's true anymore and what isn't true. So what I am encouraging folks to do is stick with what is reputable, what has employed educated, like-minded folks to deliver this message and to tackle this current situation, and also deliver a very important and accurate message. And so with that, I've been sharing with them, stick with the organizations like the CDC and the World Health Organization, but most importantly, your local health departments and agencies, because they are going to be the ones that have the local stats for your area that you really need to pay attention to, honestly, because they will have all the updates and the counts as to where they are looking in regards to maybe opening back up or relieving some of these restrictions they put on. Very important that you stay focused mostly on what's happening within your local area. And also, those folks have been appointed. We hope that they've been educated and appointed with the knowledge and skill set that we are looking for them to deliver for us today, right? And so just make sure that you trust, but also verify on some of the things that you may be hearing, because what happens is if you are hearing something and if it's not true, you are going to get so amped up, so anxious that you won't even really be able to relax and actually think about it from a rational perspective. So just a few tips there to kind of help you realize what you might need to be focusing on, which are the reputable sources. And with that, that means cutting back your time and setting limits for yourself on information input. I've done that for myself. I only watch the news in the morning, and then throughout the day, I listen to music and I try to relax as I work from home too. Between my patients, I exercise and I try to eat healthy. So I'm focusing on things that really are impactful. That's why we wanted to name this podcast Mood Food, because we want to make sure that everything going into you is nutritious and is good for you, information-wise. That way, the output won't be those reactions where folks have panic attacks and bite their nails and start sweating and their heart races and they have these feelings of uncertainty. You are in more control than you give yourself credit for, folks, because you allow myself allows a lot of input to come in, but I want to be able to control that. And what that looks like is setting limits and some restrictions on myself as to what I am going to input thought-wise into my body, and of course food as well. So control the amount of time that you're taking in on the information, because there's a lot out there. And then find other things to do. I know for myself, I've been cooking more and talking with my family and spending time here with my husband as we are all in this together. And so I've started cooking more. My sister has shared some of my granny's famous recipes for making biscuits. And I think we've made brisket in the Instapot. I mean, folks, I'm telling you, we were in Guam and in Korea, and I'm not going to lie, we ate out a lot. So cooking has been a new compassion for us, but I really love it. It's very relaxing, and you can really apply some mindfulness details to it with collecting all the ingredients and then smelling the ingredients as it's cooking all together. It really is a joyous time when you can look at the plate that you have prepared and actually enjoy how it looks, but most importantly, how it tastes, right? And it's not anything that you went through a drive-through to pick up. It's something that you can take pride in and quality outcome for yourself and your family. So finding things to do like cooking. A lot of folks are going and dancing lessons virtually. They're learning how to paint on canvas using YouTube. And exercising, that's very important. A lot of people don't realize it, but exercise is really good for your mood. I know for myself, last week I ran 57 miles and I love it. And that means I can eat what I want, right? But no, that is not what it means. Mostly the impact from running that amount of time and distance is mostly for my mood, because I'm human. We all suffer from some sort of thing that can try to get us and catch us. So since I like to run like Forrest Gump, I refuse to let it catch me. And then I feel good at the end. I feel like I have solved the world's problems as I'm jogging on the treadmill. And some other things is people have taken up photography outside in their yards. I have been encouraging the folks here that live on base to take their families out and walk through the neighborhood, maintaining distance, of course, from their neighbors, but get out of the house, turn off the TV, get active, get some sunshine. It's very good for you to do that and not become stagnated. Some folks have enrolled in classes, and there's a lot of resources out there that a lot of the schools are opening up for folks who are interested. A lot of the classes that normally would be a classroom setting in a brick and mortar building are now virtual. So that opens up more opportunities for folks to enjoy. And also make sure you stay in touch and feed your soul and your mind and your body with positive people. And that means being around them, and the input from positive people will be well received, and the output from you will resonate positivity. And I know that sounds like Disney or silliness or something, but it's very important that you do focus on what you can control right now, and also surrounding yourself with like-minded, goal-oriented, positive people, because there is strength in numbers, and right now we need that more than ever. So, a few little tidbits here, nothing fancy, see? I finished in hopefully a short amount of time. And I appreciate everyone tuning in today, and at least for the first podcast. And like I said, if you like it or you have some ideas, like us, and then share with us some of the things and items in the comments that you would like to have us to talk about. After all, we're only human, folks. We need to be feeding our moods with positivity and information and resources that we can utilize even in our own homes. And folks, behavior will improve. You just have to put the work into it. I appreciate your time today, and thanks for tuning in to Mood Food. Once again, I'm Captain Jason Gordon, and we will be trying to do these podcasts at least once a week, see how well it goes, and if it gets more popular, then we will do it every darn day. I'm here to have hope, and foster hope and promote hope and give people hope that this too shall pass. And if you do everything and respect what people are saying, respect others, we will all finish this together. Thanks again for your time today, and until next time, we'll see you soon.